Hey there, horror fans ready to get spooked? Grab a blanket because today I've got 10 true campfire stories that'll keep you up at night. Let's dive right in. Story number 1, The Haunted Cabin. A group of friends rented a remote cabin in the woods. What was supposed to be a weekend of fun turned into a nightmare when they started hearing whispers and footsteps at night. Turns out, a family had been murdered there years ago and their spirits never left. Second, we've got the mysterious figure. A camper alone in the forest saw a shadowy figure standing at the edge of his campfire's light. He called out but got no response. When he shined his flashlight, there was nothing there. But every night the figure returned, closer and closer. Third, the ghostly hitchhiker. A couple driving down a lonely road picked up a hitchhiker. They chatted for a while, but when they turned to ask him something, he was gone. The car doors never opened and the seatbelt was still fastened. Number 4, the phantom footsteps. A family camping in the woods heard footsteps circling their tent all night. When they finally stepped outside to check, there were no tracks. And the footsteps continued until dawn. 5th, the creepy lullaby. Campers heard a soft lullaby being sung in the middle of the night. They followed the sound to an abandoned cabin with no one inside. The singing continued even as they stood at the doorway. 6th, the silent screams. A group of teens on a camping trip heard screams coming from the forest. They searched but found nothing. The next morning they discovered that years ago a hiker had gone missing in that very spot and her screams were never heard. 7th, the lost boy. A boy went missing at a summer camp. Years later, campers still report seeing his ghost crying for help, but when approached, he vanishes into thin air. 8th, the watching eyes. Campers woke up to find eyes carved into the trees surrounding their campsite. The carvings weren't there the night before, and no one knew who or what had made them. 9th, the haunted trail. Hikers on a trail at dusk encountered a woman in old-fashioned clothing asking for help. When they turned to point the way, she was gone. Locals say she was a pioneer who died on the trail. Finally, number 10, the whispering wind. Campers heard voices carried by the wind, whispering their names and secrets no one else knew. They packed up and left, never to return. So, horror fans, think you can sleep after those tales? Let me know your scariest campfire story in the comments below. Until next time, stay spooky.